Welcome back, everybody, to a brand new episode of the Lookout Podcast, episode 235 to be exact. I'm Meelz. I'm here with LJ himself. LJ, what's up?
I'm upset. I'm mad right now. I'm the mad rapper.
Oh. Are you actually mad at something, or it was just like a piece?
Yeah, I'm mad. You know, listen, man. There's a war going on outside. You know, and
I still don't know if this is not a joke. There's a war going on outside. You know what? Hold on. Let me introduce AD, and then we'll get into it. We also have AD here. AD, what's up?
I'm also mad, but I don't think for this. Definitely not for the same reason.
Okay, let's get it out. You know what, we here. It's part 5. This is the final part of the Punk Hazard thing. Let's get all of our grievances out. Let's talk about it. LJ, why are you mad?
So, my daughter came home the other day with the slip from the library, from the school library.
You know this is a black story because he said library and not pronounce the extra R that's in there.
Yeah, library. All right.
Well, hit the library.
And
library.
They said that they're taking out all the manga in the library. And I'm like, why? And it was just this thing of, somebody complained. And you know what's funny? You know what manga did it?
What?
Because they even said the specific manga that did it.
I need to hear this.
Blue Lock.
Oh, that's insane.
You thought it was
somebody, I guess somebody complained about Blue Lock, the language that was used, and they took out all the manga in her library and was just like, hey, if your kid's interested in this style, obviously they can go to the city or county library. And I was just like, what is happening? What is happening right now? Where
this is weird, bro.
You know, like, we're taking out manga out of schools now. Like, what is happening?
Because of the language? Have you
language? Like, come on,
have you read
man.
Huckleberry Finn or any of the other things that?
So here's the funniest thing, though. No joke. Here is the absolute funniest part about all of this, right?
Okay, yeah, let's talk about it.
So they sent on the note. Cool. You know, Kaya really loves graphic novels. She really loves, like, that's her jam.
Yeah.
So maybe a week or two after, she comes home with a graphic novel. And can you please just take a guess of what this graphic novel was based on?
Ace of Diamond?
That would be fire. I can't lie. No, it was called I Survived 9/11, and it's a gold graphic novel.
Oh, wow.
About a kid surviving 9/11 with his uncle who is a firefighter. And I was just like, okay, so we can rent out graphic novels highlighting 9/11 and the things that happened there.
That's crazy. The time I got reincarnated as a firefighter at 9/11.
That's fucking wild, bro.
This
is insane.
She can bring home a novel, and also me and her's conversation about 9/11 ended up being way funnier because obviously she's 10. So
yeah,
her viewpoint of like what 9/11 was and is and all that was completely. She was like, she was like, were you even alive when that happened? I was like, yeah, actually, I was alive, and I do remember 9/11.
Yeah, it's weird being part of history and stuff.
Yeah,
like
you know.
And I don't know if they don't use textbooks anymore, right? I'm assuming they don't.
No, they don't. My kid doesn't even get homework.
Bro, it's the worst. It's the fucking worst.
Dog, I was like, how are y'all not giving kids homework? Like, what the hell's going on here?
You just expected them to learn it in school and stuff like that. One of my biggest things with my niece is that she has Regents exams, which are written exams, but all of her work is on the computer. So she has no concept of like how long it takes to write things. So when she gets to the Regents exam, she just isn't finishing it fast. She's going to kill me if she hears this. She isn't just finishing it fast enough because they don't write actively in school. So, you know what? It's a whole conversation about the way things have gone. But please go on. Finish up.
Yeah, nah, it's just, it's a little frustrating, man. Just a little frustrating. Like, I'm like, okay, I think that we're losing a lot. We're losing a lot, and it's becoming very evident of how it is affecting the youth, is affecting, like you said, very like base skills that I feel that they need to be successful. And taking out manga is kind of whack. Like that's just whack to me. I'm like, all right, because a couple parents were upset that damn was said.
Yeah, but
in a soccer manga.
To me, what it does is, specifically if I had manga as a kid, which I didn't know manga existed until I was a grown ass adult. Think of how much I would have been introduced to like other cultures in terms of how they do storytelling and how they present themselves. I probably would have been much more open than I literally thought. I thought Dragon Ball Z was a cartoon for a good part of my life until I realized anime existed. So it's just kind of imagine how it would open up. So yeah, that's kind of messed up. You know, we're gonna revolt. We're gonna sign a petition, put mangas back in school. You know what I'm saying? Just the ones that are approved. 80, why are you mad?
Oh man. First, that's actually pretty insane. Like, make manga great again.
It's too close to words are too close, 80. Please.
I know. Nah, man. So I joined a game jam this weekend. It's a 10-day game jam. If you don't know what that is, it's a competition where game developers get together, they create teams or, go solo, and they work on a project.
Sorry. SGA is MVP for the second time.
Oh yeah, we knew this was gonna happen. We knew.
Yeah, it was
shout out to them announcing this just mad early in the day. They're like,
get this out.
They just want to start the arguments early. They're like, let's get the discourse get online immediately
before the Western Conference Finals start tomorrow. Let's get this whole heated debate going. Let them go to Game 7 and then talk about how Wemby got robbed. That's literally how it's gonna go.
How it's gonna go. But go on, go back to your story. Sorry, 80.
No, you're good. So I joined a game jam. It's like a competition. Developers get together. They come together in a team or join it solo, and they have a certain specified amount of time to create a game based on a theme. So I spent at least a day and a half yesterday coming up with the game outline and everything like that. Had it pretty much done, at least the base game itself. Not submitted it, but like tried to build it out and like export it so it could just run on my computer. Got it working fine. I tried to upload it to like a site or whatever, make sure that it was there, all the code and everything good out there. All of that shit got wiped, including the save data.
Oh, nah.
Yeah, so I got to start from ground zero and write all this shit all over again.
But that's when you make the best games. You're like, all right, let me do this shit again, and I'm put in Blue Lock or some shit like that.
Damn, no, I'm sorry, AD. That hurt.
Yeah, I spent like a good 8 hours on it. I'm like, this is kind of whack. Luckily, it just started on Friday, so like, by the time we're recording this, I would have hopefully completed it again, and then I can start adding in like the extra bells and whistles that I need to. But yeah, that's like a good 8-10 hours just out the window.
Oh hell no. Yeah. Sidebar 80. I have my old hard drive. When I used to DJ for a period of which is like 7 months. I had an external hard drive.
Were you just DJ Meelz?
Yeah, I didn't even. There was no DJ in front of it. I was just Meelz DJing. It was never DJ Meelz. No, I was just like, oh, Meelz about to DJ. I DJ'd one party. That was it. prepared my set heavily for the week in advance. And I think I did something also on, I did something for my friend Manny for his show, and I recorded a mix, which I don't even know where it is anymore. But it's a pretty good mix. I should go back to it. But I had saved all mine. So when I used to do music blogging, I downloaded so much music back in the day because that's how we got music. We had to download it. And I have my external hard drive, and then I plugged it in, and the shit won't even load up. So now I'm like, shit, can I recover? Do people still recover hard drives?
I know Best Buy has their own specific method if it's possible.
Oh, word.
Yeah, Geek Squad definitely has something like that. The thing is, though, like, when you plug it in, does it actually, like, say, format hard drive or fix hard drive or something like that? Or does it, like, load into something else? Or does it not load at all?
I don't think it loads at all.
And it's like one of them hard drives that has, like, a fan in it where it's like...
No, it's not. It's not, that would be great. But unfortunately, no. And the thing is, I try to put on multiple hard drives, but all the hard drives had the same problem. I would not recommend. I have the Samsung portable SSD T5.
I think I had that same problem with that one.
Actually. Yeah, it's some bullshit, bro.
Yeah,
this shit is some. You knock it out. This shit. I think it shit just shifts internally within it, and suddenly you can't access anything. But I really want my music back because I was like, damn, I had a lot of like music, like. Versions of songs, versions of things. Like I had a shit ton of music on there from my time blogging. So a lot of things from like 2011 through 2000. I would say since I started DJing, actually probably more than 2019. And I had so much songs and I was like, damn, I can't access it. And then I found my old iPod Touch the other day and I was like, oh, okay. So I tried to plug it in. Also won't turn on. It's cooked. I was kind of upset. I was really excited to turn it on and see what I was like in 2009, but it just doesn't even get past the little Apple logo. So I'm kind of upset about that. Doesn't thing it when I plug it in the computer too, doesn't even recognize it.
I was about to say that shit might be fried the moment that you try to plug it in because it's like, oh, yeah, too many updates that came out since then.
Shit. One thing I'm mad about is I haven't watched the Knicks in a week. So I'm kind of upset about that. Niggas can't even win a 7-game series in less than 7 games. Look at the material that we have here. You know what I'm saying?
My lobster's too buttery. My steak is too juicy. What are we talking about?
Come on, man. Who knew that we would beat Philly in 4 games? Like who? I didn't think that was actually possible. I thought Joel Embiid was that nigga. I thought Tyrese Maxey was that nigga. I guess I was wrong. We are collectively that nigga. But yeah, now I'm like, damn, do the Knicks still even know how to play basketball? Is this shit gonna wrong?
We're gonna find out the moment Game 7 happens tonight.
Hey man, listen. OG needed the rest. I'm taking it. Needed the rest.
Everybody needed the rest. Like legitimately everybody. Josh Hart's hand was fucked up. Brunson hasn't been the same since All-Star break because he did fuck up his ankle. So he just hasn't been the same. He hasn't been the scorer the same. I think Cat's been okay. But I'm sure there's some lingering shit. But I'm sure everyone feels spry and fresh and they'll come up with lineups and all types of other ridiculous shit. But yeah, we need to get back in the mix, man. I'm ready to beat the socks off some niggas, man. So whoever wins today, I hope it's the Cavs.
It probably will be the Cavs. The way
you say that, but James Harden Game 7. You say that, but I've looked at Donovan Mitchell fumble shit right in front of my eyes. You know what I'm saying? He'll score 43 points, but nobody else is scoring. So,
you know who gonna be the outlier this game that I'm like gonna be looking at? Max Strus. And that's crazy. It's gonna be crazy to say, but he might be the difference maker.
But he's also like, if the first one don't go in, it's cooked for him. But he's definitely the difference maker. But I'm like, bro, what are we doing here? Y'all niggas, their center can't even fucking play ball. Like, I was just like, what? They got Paul Reed. Shout out to Paul Reed. He actually been cooking niggas. For quite some time. So shout out to Paul Reed, but
it's really just been the Cade show.
Pretty much. And Duncan Robinson. I was like, how y'all niggas let him get over every fucking screen, bro? Like, what y'all niggas, y'all know his bag.
He running the 2015 Kyle Korver special, you know?
Yeah. Big set the screen. He get free. It's legitimately every time, bro. Don't let that nigga get over no damn screen. Fucking Duncan Robinson ass nigga. Y'all not treating him as bad as what's my nigga from last year who had the betting problem in Detroit? Ain't pay his barbers.
Oh, Malik Beasley.
This nigga ain't pay his barbers. This ain't pay. Niggas had just debts all over Detroit. It's not a place you want debts at. So yeah, I'm ready to watch ball, man. I'm ready. 7-game ass niggas, man.
It's all good, man. Listen, Detroit fried. That's all I know.
I hope so.
That's 2 back-to-back 7-game series.
I hope so.
Yeah, like you're especially on a team that young that ain't never been that far in the playoffs. You playing 2 back-to-back 7-game series. Now you got to play another 7-game series. Oh yeah, you're their legs are shot.
You're gonna see them Ron Holland minutes. Just pull up and shit. He's Ron Holland, nigga. But we'll see.
Man, AD,
yes, sir.
Legit.
Yeah, man.
Legit.
I'm telling you, 1 series lost, and it wasn't even that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, my boy's been cooking.
Y'all been cooking. Y'all might be the team to beat in the NL.
Listen, we handled the Dodgers. We handled the Cubs. Everybody been putting them ahead of us in these power rankings and showing that, you know, we got the pitching on deck. We got some people on the bench that can come in when people are hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, Drake been slapping shit. Matt Olson been slapping shit. Look, listen, bro. I'm just
Matt
happy
Olson
that
is back, man.
Listen,
Matt Olson is back.
Well, tell that nigga hit today because I got money on him.
He probably will slap a bomb today. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like,
yeah,
he been locked in.
Put extra cheese on that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think y'all might be the team to beat, man, in the NL. I had told you this before the season, though, that y'all be okay.
Oh yeah, everybody was healthy. Like, that was the main thing. If we didn't have no lower allegations and nothing like that, and we got Spencer Strider back now. You know what I'm saying? The pitching rotation is actually looking good.
Spencer Strider. Man. I don't know who that nigga is, but all right.
Spencer Strider is pretty much their number 2 behind Chris Sale. And also Spencer Strider is one of those like rare baseball players who actually takes really good care of his body and health, and he's just jacked.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
There's pictures of just his legs alone.
Yeah. He don't skip leg day.
Yeah, he don't skip leg day at all. And I'm like, that's why the fastball is averaging like 97.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Easy. But yeah, nah, y'all man, listen. I like when I'm
crazy
from y'all.
Yeah, y'all are up there too. Like, the only people ahead of y'all are the Rays, and like, of course they look good, but like y'all holding shit down. Like,
right now, the issue. I mean, we're starting the June slump early. I'm just like, let's just get this out the way. Been praying. We've had some pretty bad L's last couple of series. Right now, the biggest issue is that we just got this log jam of talent. And Aaron Boone is one of those people where you can't give him too many options because then he starts making stupid ass lineup decisions where you're like, hey, I need, like, you can't give him too many options. He'll just start plugging and playing people in places that they do not belong. Volpe is back, and since he's been back, it's been bad news. Bad news bears. So I'm waiting for Caballero to come back because he's been playing out of his mind.
Ben Rice been slapping.
Oh, bro, Ben Rice. We're talking real AL MVP numbers right now. So I mean, overall, I'm happy. We've been looking good. Garrett Cole will be back. Max being down right now, you know what? He's getting the much needed rest because he's been carrying that staff. But Schlittler, we're looking at a Cy Young winner if he continues to keep this up. I think we're okay. Once we settle down on this is what the core of the team is gonna be, I'll be happy. There are a couple moves I hope we make during the trade deadline. There's a couple people that need to be off that team. We need to clear up some space. Trent Grisham needs to be off my team.
So heard.
He had a good season last year, and I'm all for old school baseball. Listen, the mustache, no gloves, but I don't think his defensive prowess and his swing and his swinging has been horrible. His at bats have been really bad. So yeah, I don't know. We got options right now, but I got faith in my guys.
Oh yeah,
I believe it. I had actual things to talk about, but it seems like we talked about all the other fun stuff. But it's not, nothing crazy. I was gonna say DreamCon looks good. Shout out to DreamCon. We've had a lot of talk about them over the last number of years in terms of niggas smelling, long lines, other things. But it seems like they really are pushing themselves as Black culture nerd convention. So everything that they've announced thus far to me has been really, really good. So I just want to give props to them. Not to say that they've cleaned their act up, but I do think that they're embracing what they are on a much higher scale. And, it's coming out good. So shout out to DreamCon. Shout out to RDC World. Shout out to everybody working behind the scenes over there. They have been making this bigger and better legitimately every year. New Gundam episode Monday. New Gundam episode of Subsly Dubsly. You'll be on it, right, LJ?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay. So we're going to special episode. I'm saying on Monday, this ain't coming out on Tuesday. By the time you hear this, it's coming out. Sorry, we record this on Sunday. And that's kind of it. I don't really have any much big news, big things I want to talk about. I do want to really just get into Punk Hazard because we wrapping this bitch up.
Yeah.
Punk Hazard, the unlikeliest arc of them all, the little arc that could, has proven, at least in this rewatch to me, been a winner. Now, 80 originally prescribed 621 through 628. And halfway through 626, I was thinking, is this filler?
So here's the thing.
Is this
hey, explain yourself.
Is this? I was I know we did the Goku shit, but once I saw a nigga with a monocle and a top hat, I was I ain't never seen this nigga spoke about in any One Piece lore in my life. They was fighting a fucking what was it?
The dugong?
Yeah, the shit with hockey. I was what the fuck is going on here? What's this Pokemon that they're fighting right now?
Yeah, bro. All right, there's really three reasons that I even included it. And it's one, because 625 ends with him popping up. It's okay, I don't need us looking at this thinking it's some sinister thing that leads into Dressarosa or whatever the fuck. The filler is 3 episodes long. That's reason number 2. So it's short enough for us to just run through. And then the end of 628.
Oh, the Caesar clown retrieval arc. I was what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah. Just some quick hijinks, filling some time to introduce, or reintroduce the little dugong that they met back in Alabasta. It's okay, so some Pokemon stuff. We little shenanigans, side quests or whatever. Luffy and Law get together with Chopper. something quick. It's literally just something quick. And in 3, the final episode of that 628 has the actual canon content that we needed for, Dressarosa. So that's really it. It's just something really quick. Also, like, I didn't really think about it for real. Like, the way to divide the episodes was kind of questionable to begin with. So it's like, we could have
come important at the end of 628, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's like, let's just get through it, and then we can, whenever we get to Dressarosa, we can start fresh.
Sure. Also, last night I randomly watched episodes 1142 through 1150 of One Piece.
You just jump.
I gotta know. I was like, this Vegapunk shit seems
you're jumping all the way there just for the sake of it. It's so goddamn funny.
I was just like, it's anime. I got the gist of it. I reached in. I was like, oh, this must be Gear 5. I'm literally in not even the transformation of Gear 5. I'm like legitimately in the middle. He's just Gear 5'd up. Because I wanted to see Dr. Vegapunk's announcement. Me thinking One Piece would have some couth and put it all in one episode for me to watch.
It wasn't even in one chapter, bro. I don't know why you would have thought that.
Bro, you know why? Because when in My Hero Academia, when Dobby had his announcement, it's one episode. And niggas broadcasted to the world and it changes Hero Society. And I'm like, oh, this seems like a big announcement. Bro, they piecemeal that shit over 8 episodes. I was like, what is, bruh, this is the same. It's 10 minutes. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing here? It's like I'm like, I literally had to watch more than I bargained for to see it. Now, what I will say is some damn good animation. I was like, oh shit, this shit seemed like a movie.
Yeah.
This could have been a movie. So, literally as the transmission got cut off, I cut it off. I was like, all right, I said what I need to say. But it gives me hope. He's like, you know what? Maybe I'll get there one day. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just pick up from right there.
Oh, no, that's insane.
Finish the story with the rest of you niggas. It's anime. I get the gist of it.
You missing some great stuff though. You missing Whole Cake is really good. Is really good stuff.
We'll get there. I'll get there. I'll for sure get there. I'm not gonna completely like ignore everything. It was just fun to do. Like, I'm a human being with my own willpower and rules. I could do anything I want. Essentially, is what I said. I'm a man.
Yeah, he's an anarchist. That's what he is.
There you go. I was like,
that rules do not apply to me.
Who gonna press me? Who gonna check? Oh, it's dubbed too. Oh, say less. We there. If it was subbed, I might have been like, I'll just wait till it's dubbed. But since it was all dubbed, I was like, oh yeah, get me in there.
Yeah, they're trying to make everything dubbed now, like. Because it's such a big entity, they say, fuck it. We caught up. Let's go ahead and put it all out at the same time.
Come on, Crunchyroll filmed that Netflix. They filmed the heat from Netflix. So I was like, you know what? You gotta make. They got 21 million subscribers Crunchyroll currently has, which is a lot. It is a fucking lot. But the key has always been make sure the shit is available for everybody. Not everyone's going to be readily, to watch just the subs. So if you can get people with the dub and get that out as soon as possible, you in the money. So I'm all for let's get this shit cracking with the dubs. Let's get it out as soon as possible. Let's put these voice actors to work. Give them raises too. Give them, extra $150.
That's great.
We're just gonna. Yeah, I know it's not. Unions, I guess. They need unions. They do have unions. They just, Crunchyroll. With that said, I think we'll just go episode by episode because I'm just going through 621 through 625. I don't know what the fuck AD had us watching, but the important ones are 621 through 625. So 621. We get kind of the conclusion of Frankie D. What am I thinking? Frankie D. Frankie versus Buffalo and Baby 5. Pretty much establishing that Frankie is a force to be reckoned with. They do manage to get a piece of Frankie, but he manages to overpower them and essentially hold them off until the Straw Hats show up. So shout out to Frankie's new mecha form. It's crazy. Buffalo and Baby 5, the new Bulk and Skull. You know what I'm saying? It's showing up.
They showed up with full intent to shut shit down and got bested by one robot.
Yeah, I thought they would have shut shit down. I was like, damn, this time skip really niggas needed this.
Niggas was in the gym.
Yeah. I was like, okay, Frankie, just holding off villains by yourself. Meanwhile, everyone in the damn little truck shit, they escape the gas. Nami creates winds and help them escape the Shinokuni. A great weather egg to really battle Buffalo and Baby 5, which everyone gets. They were like, Buffalo and Baby 5 was like, we gotta get out of here. You should get deep now. There's Smoker there, Law there, Straw Hats there, Crack Babies. They seem like they angry, They seem like they angry about this drug shit. Let's get out of here. Grab Caesar and let's go. So they try to grab Caesar. Law's like, we should probably stop him. And niggas is like, yo, let Usopp and Nami. They got it. They not even. I don't even need to use our toughest niggas to get them out of here. We could just use Nami and Usopp. So Nami puts a weather egg with also the Thunder Breed tempo. Usopp shoots them with Killer Shooting Star Rush to knock them out the sky. Caesar's like, yo, I'm gonna escape. Like, fuck these niggas. And then realize he gets caught by Sea Stone Cuff. So they've officially captured Caesar. Shout out to them capturing Caesar. Mission accomplished, I guess. To stop, I guess, drugs.
And it's funny because Caesar is with them for a long time after this.
Yeah.
So I'm here.
Yeah. Caesar's with them for a little minute. He's locked up for sure.
Does he turn into like a pseudo good guy? Like one of those guys who's been hanging out with the good guys too long that he also becomes attached?
I'm not gonna say a pseudo good guy, but he becomes a survivalist. He becomes, I gotta be and do what I gotta do to survive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So he's tweener?
Yeah, he's a tweener. Okay.
I could see, the laugh. Kids love to laugh. He, try to kill children, but we love to laugh. Episode 622. So the Marines do their best to convince themselves that they don't like the pirates, but it's not working at all because you can't really.
You can't hate Luffy.
Yeah. Have you ever met someone in life you're like, I want to hate you, but nah. Or you're just like, nah, I hate this nigga. Fuck him.
It's like they were acting like sports fans,
Yeah, I hear you. I used to hate Kobe, and then I was like, you know what? He's actually pretty nice.
Yeah, that was me with LeBron for the longest time. He will always knock the Hawks out first round or whatever round they were in, bro. I just hated that nigga. Like, you never go get a ring.
I'm sure the entire country of Canada feels the exact same way. Swept them niggas every chance he got. But it's not working. They love the Pirates. Brownbeard, it is incredibly weak move, says, I'm turning myself in, nigga. The Marines told me that they would cure me of all poisons and chemicals. So I'm just gonna turn myself in. I was like, you a sucker. You know that?
Yeah, nah, man, he wasn't built for this pirate life. He just wasn't. You've seen it multiple times in this series. Brownbeard wasn't built. He wasn't.
I would have been like, man, take that shit off, bro. Come on, just pull his chain off, just fucking like in ATL. Just give me that shit, nigga. You're not no fucking pirate. How you just gonna turn yourself in for promises?
Dang it, who said that? I saw J Hood dragging his D block chain like that. That's pretty much what Brownbeard did.
Yeah, I was like, how could you? It's like surrendering to the police. It's like they said they would give me, smoothies and cupcakes. I'm rolling. And I guess they were like, I guess everyone bonded over the trip. So it was like, these Marines don't seem like bad guys. I'm gonna roll with them. I'm actually gonna get myself locked up. You know what I'm saying? I like the cut of their jam. So Law uses his ability in a very scary way and hilarious way. He chopped up all the kids' bodies to remove all the poisons out of them. You know, Chopper, and Chopper's going crazy. Chopper's like, "This little nigga's going crazy. He got the kids, and he killed the kids, and he's this." And then they go, "It's like the kids are fine." He's like, "Yeah, Mr. Law got all the poisons out of her body. We feel better. I feel the crack out of my bloodstream." You know what I'm saying?
He was on that experimental status. When he go through them trial drug sessions.
Come on, man.
This is gonna cure you of your addiction. That was Law was on.
Hey, man.
He's like, listen, man, this shit ain't even hit the market yet.
Side effects include numbness, nausea,
and brief taste of crack. So the kids are back to normal, so they're good. And I was like, oh, wasn't that nice? Momonosuke and Kinemon are reunited. I think he turns from a dragon back to a kid.
Hey, okay, hold up. Listen, man.
Talk about it.
Kinemon, this whole arc,
he's also
slight
with them
liability,
for a while, right? He's also with them for a while, isn't
he? Yeah.
He's a liability, man. I don't know. I like he was a liability this series. He had his couple moments, but he had some bad play decision making. He put them in some jams they didn't belong in.
He's not really, you know. He don't seem like he just seems like a spaz, a goof, something along those lines. It makes me wonder who the hell else is in Wano. Do they all act like this?
It's low key just him.
Oh, okay.
Like everybody else, but he's
he was the only one dumb enough to come to this island.
Well, no, we can get to it at the end once we wrap everything up. We could talk about it, but like, no, he's actually pretty competent and capable. He has his moments of being too much like a samurai.
Okay. Tashigi, perhaps burdened by the idea that the Marines are secretly evil and have been funding this drug cartel, asked Nami to please allow them to return the kids to their parents because it's the least that she can do. God damn it. Like, please, just the guilt that I have of being with these niggas who have been part of this entire operation themselves. Please let me just do this one nice thing. And then Nami is like, whatever, man. Like, Nami was like, how can I trust the Marines? You Marines are the reason why this happened. And she's like, let me just do it, please. So they give the kids to because what they gonna do with kids? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The pirate life is not one for kids. So yeah, give them back to the Marines.
They gonna be getting shot at as soon as they leave the island. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like motion sickness or scurvy. You remember that? Worse than crack. So yeah, they're gonna return to the kids. Everyone has a massive party. They're all having a good time. They're all enjoying. I like a good post arc. We beat the bad guy. Let's celebrate. I don't know when's the last time I've seen that. We beat the bad. When you beat the bad guy, it's like, all right, what's the next hill to climb? The next battle to be waged. Oh, there's a new evil on the horizon. Some shit like that. It's like, no, let's party. Let's we need to fill time between these chapters.
Even though there was an evil on the horizon, literally.
Oh yeah, there is. Oh yeah, that's true. Very unserious by these niggas. Caesar just gives up the Shinokuni's weakness. We got it. The Marines just say, we got it out of him. And I was like, he just gave it up that easily. You can't even kill him. Why would I give it up? You have no leverage. You can't kill me. You captured me. So they're like, we're gonna go back to the island and free our buddies and blah blah. He told us it was just dish soap and club soda. So we have that, and then we get the plan. I guess Luffy's plan, which I was wondering the entire time. I was like, all right, what's Luffy doing down here? Luffy's plan is to take down the 4 emperors one by one, starting with Kaido. And I was like, I asked myself, I was like, why is this the plan? But then, after doing some research, I learned it's like, if Luffy wants to be the numero uno pirito, he got to beat the niggas in his way. So the four emperors, watch out.
Yeah, and so we already know that Whitebeard was one of the four emperors, and he passed away. I think we got Blackbeard at this point taking his spot, and so it's him, Kaido, Big Mom, who we got word of in Fishman Island, and Shanks. So when they had this conversation with Law, he's like, as long as we don't go after Shanks first, we can't touch Shanks first. And Law's like, oh, that's perfect. We wasn't going after him anyway. We got some other stuff to go against.
You know, I like this idea. I mean, if it's said in the second half of the story, I like it. I'm just sure it'll take very long. Actually, I'm confident it takes very long to accomplish any of this.
Oh yeah, because we don't even get to the first emperor until after the second longest arc of the series.
Yeah, like literally this aired in 2014 and Dressarosa was 2014 to 2016. And then Big Mom and Whole Cake is like 2017, 2018. And we had Wano from 2018 to about 2023 or 2024. Like,
come on, Oda. What is wrong with this nigga, man?
Okay, so technically this ain't an Oda fault thing, is it?
Listen, is the story long because of the anime, or is the story long because the nigga wrote it long?
I would rather it be long than rushed. Because when you go through it, here's the thing. You read One Piece, you can see Oda rushing stuff. It's long, and yet he's still rushing to get stuff out, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you. The man is trying.
80, let me ask you a question.
What's up?
Have you ever, well, actually, you might, I'll depend how you, do you feel like Demon Slayer was rushed?
The ending in parts, yes.
But the build to the ending was not rushed.
The only thing that I said that's like rushed, but it made sense, was when they cut half the lower moons out the story. Like,
right.
That was the part where I was like, damn, we can't even get the build up. Muzan was like, nah, fuck that shit. Like,
yeah.
But that's a whole different thing.
So my idea is that if the goal is we got to kill these four emperors, let that be the goal, man. Let's build upon this journey. There's so much other shit that happens, other side stories, other side quests. And I know it's One Piece and everyone loves it and it's entertaining nonetheless. And all these are ultimately stories. But let's get to the main goal. Like, if the One Piece is here, let's find a one. You know,
the thing is, like, because I think the difference between this and Demon Slayer is Demon Slayer takes place solely in one landmass, and One Piece is the world journey. So, like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's kind of, I wanted to compare it to Pokemon because Pokemon does different things, but you know, that is also up there in episodes because you're going through different things and traveling through different lands. So I'm
sure. I mean, yeah, it just is what it is. Episode 623. So of course, Luffy plans to take out all the four emperors. The Marines are insulting the pirates, saying that they're evil and that they're justice. And Tashigi tells them, yo, y'all niggas need to relax. But they said that the only reason that they're saying this is because they're afraid that they'll start to like him. I was like, just like, you know, it's your job, bro, but you ain't got to. Smoker don't even seem to really care. I mean, Smoker don't, you know.
He came to terms with it.
I'm glad that we brought him up.
Let's table Smoker. We can have the Smoker conversation after the next episode is what I'll say. Can we do that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. Let's push through.
So Doflamingo eventually runs in to Baby 5 and Buffalo's severed heads with a Denden Mushi transponder sale. And Law tells them he has Caesar. And because you have Caesar, you won't be able to produce your drugs anymore. And Kaido's going to get angry with you if you can't produce drugs. And he probably going to kill you. Doflamingo tries to negotiate with Law. But Law says there's only one thing he can do. Resign from being a warlord. Law says that if it's not in the paper by tomorrow morning, he will not get back Caesar, and then he hangs up. And Doflamingo is upset. It's like, damn, being a warlord, all the benefits, all the healthcare, all the 50% off at the gym. Like you can't just give up being a
shit. No stars on my 1 level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. The free Ciroc that I get delivered to my house they'll just stop delivering them. So he doesn't really quite know what to do at this point. He's like, I'm a truck on. Fuck this shit. Episode 624. Caesar Cloud's former minions go look for who's been petrified on the island to unpetrify them. And Doflamingo eventually shows up. And he throws on Baby 5 and Buffalo's heads back onto their body because he's like, I need y'all. And then he used the Conqueror's Haki to knock out a majority of the Marines who surround him. In another instance, Law informs them that they're all going to Dressarosa. He informs everyone on the Straw Hats they're going to Dressarosa to deal with some business. And Luffy explains to the crew that they plan to King Kaido. To which, of course, the bottom tier niggas are like, does anyone actually want to go along with this plan? And, the upper tier niggas like, if that's what it's got to be, that's what it got to. That's my Zoro voice.
Listen, we got to do what we got to do. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't steal this sword off this dead nigga to not kill niggas and make them dead. So yeah. Back on the island, Doflamingo demands the whereabouts of Law, but no one seems to know. Smoker steps in and he gets folded immediately.
Hey man, put that boy Smoker on fraud alert.
Okay.
Now, granted, is Joker that guy? Yes, absolutely. Because it's cold. Mm-hmm. He's nice.
Mm-hmm. But it's not the first time his arc he's got folded.
No, this is not. Like Smoker really.
Smoker took 3 L's.
Yeah.
Like he took an L to Law, he took an L to Virgo, he took an L to Dovi. Like,
and I feel like Luffy says, I'll fight you later. Luffy's like, we got better things to do. It's not a good season for Smoker. In fact, I think this is his last prominent arc in the series. Yes,
it actually is. There is some stuff in the manga, but it's dealing with the kids mostly. But that's really it. It's manga only stuff.
It's kind of crazy though. Like, why? Is it because other important folks appear? I'm so confused about why his entire, like, does he not have a redemption story, or is he just like the police?
Yeah, pretty much. Like I told you about the cover story stuff. Like, it's really just so Oda can tell 2 stories at the same time and tell where people are going. So when he reintroduces them, like, we'll know what they were doing at that time.
Does Tashigi have anything to do?
She's a part of it.
Okay. But she's not like prominent in the series anymore.
No, not right now.
Not even as like, is she fake like Zoro's rival?
No comment. Like, there's really nothing there with her, bro. Like, I'm telling you, like, she is, but like, there are other. We're on Mihawk now. We're on Mihawk timing.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Fair. Yeah, it's a bad arc for Smoker. Maybe L to arc. Suddenly, Iceman himself, former Aokiji. Is Aokiji like his slave name?
That was his name in the Marines.
Slave name. Kuzan.
My boy Kuzan back.
Yeah.
Kuzan.
He done reclaimed his name.
Yeah, there you go.
He Kuzan came here talking like Dr. Sebi. I was like,
real Iceman. Shows up, freezes Doflamingo. It's like, this is episode 625 now we're moving to. They come face to face. And after Dofi just escapes all the snow thing because his heart didn't get frozen. So he's like, oh, I can escape this. He was like, we're out of here. And he's like, I don't know what you stand for anymore, Kuzan, or Aokiji, or whatever your name is. And then after he leaves is when Kuzan actually says what he stands for. He's like, I never fully trusted the world government. And he believed that he could make a difference outside the Marines. hence why he's not in the Marines anymore. And Smoker's like, how did you, he's on the brink of death. Because Kuzan's like, don't y'all niggas have medical? Get your ass over here. What the fuck is wrong with you niggas? He's bleeding out. He's just smoke. And Smoker's like, how did you know to come to this island? Are you part of this drug? I don't know why I'm like, he's Vegeta or something.
That nigga said, I watched the stream.
Yeah. I was watching. I caught it on Stream East. I was watching it.
TVapp.go.
Yeah. It was one of them. I was watching it, and then I pulled up.
That nigga really got doxxed. That's crazy.
Yeah, he warned Smoker to tell Sakazuki.
Yeah.
To keep an eye on Doflamingo as he poses the biggest threat to the Marines as of now. He tells Smoker to ask the fleet admiral to dispatch the admirals as soon as possible. There's also an instance. Kinemon gets into a duel with Zoro, thinking he robbed Ryomu's grave since having his sword, the Shusui, on him. Kind of an idiot. Momonosuke gets in with Robin a little bit. Like, okay,
hey man, shout out to my guy,
little player.
Shout out to my guy Momonosuke.
Okay, a little bow wow.
At that age, I probably would have been on the same timing.
Hey man, I feel you. Have you seen Robin?
Yeah, Nami too.
Nami too. Later on, after all this disgusting filler, in episode 628 on the Sunny, they learn about Doflamingo's resignation. So he eventually does, resign. This is kind of where we wrap this shit up. This is before we head into the Dressarosa and really get into the nuts and bolts of this. But I kind of want to do a postmortem on Punk Hazard. What grade would you give this arc? It's to me, us going through this week by week. This was pretty fun, in my opinion.
This is a strong B plus.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
There is an A minus argument.
I wouldn't say it. Are there actually A minus arcs? We're not going to do that.
Yeah, there's definitely A minus arcs.
But I would give this a B plus. I would say, listen, first of all, I'm giving him most of my grade is due to the size of this arc. It's just wow. And the fact we were able to clear it in 5 weeks is pretty good. We could have done it sooner. We probably could have done this in like 3 weeks. Yeah. But ultimately, at the end of the day, this arc was like the perfect length for a One Piece arc. Now, the arc after this, some nut shit. But this was even with the villains that didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? The giants, the other niggas who died or fake died or wherever the hell it is, them exploring the island, even all this stuff that didn't matter. Still good size. You know what I'm saying? Caesar Clown as a villain. What grade are we giving Caesar Clown as the overarching villain of this arc?
He's like a B, no lower than a C, I would say.
Nah, I wouldn't even go as low as a C. I think B is a very accurate.
I think B is there.
Yeah,
he's pretty evil.
Yeah, he was over here drugging kids up and just like he was doing like some real nefarious
peak villainy shit, bro.
Yeah, like he was sacrificing his own henchmen and blowing up the whole island. He was really on his I don't care about nobody but the science. Like he was he was on real evil timing.
Yeah, I think the only thing that takes it away from me is he wasn't the nigga in the seat. You feel me? He was still following other niggas' orders. He was at the bottom of the chain. So, better villains along the way.
When you're a scientist, that's really all you can ask for. I mean, I don't know if there's been, besides I guess Eisen, who really sets the bar high for evil scientists who take over the entire fucking show. But listen, he had a robot that's in gas, and it was made out of gas. He's an interesting fellow. No, I agree. I'd say B just because of the villainy of it all, because he wasn't easily defeatable. Couldn't easily defeat him. I guess he could have had a little bit more backstory, but considering the role that he plays in terms of like the first step in this entire saga, I guess we didn't need that much backstory. Like we didn't need no 3-episode arc about how Dr. Vegapunk slighted him and won the Nobel Peace Prize and nigga hating in the background and all types of other shit like that. Got to the point. It was like, hey, he was making drugs. He was doing it for the government. Niggas thought he made drugs better, so we blew up the island.
Yeah. And then we do get that part of the backstory with Vegapunk and another character down the line. So like we do get a little bit more fleshing out with Caesar as a part of that backstory.
Absolutely. Top moment, the most memorable moment, top moment of this arc.
For me is Law cutting the whole mountain range and saying really? The new era is in town. Your era is over. New niggas on the block.
What significance does that play for you?
One, it shows what Law is actually capable of strength wise. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's a crazy power level feat that we really don't see in One Piece, other than niggas changing the climate on a whole island. So it shows like the scale of where this could actually go. Two, it starts the chain reaction that gets Dofi pissed off about what's going on the island. You know what I'm saying? It's really that moment that's critical for the things that come to fruition in Dressarosa with the whole smile fruit things involving Kaido and his production and involvement in the Devil Fruit Factory. Like it starts from that moment right there.
What about you, LJ? What's your big moment, big takeaway? More big moment from this arc that maybe carries with you as the story progresses?
I think Law's arrival.
I would agree, by the way.
Yeah, Law's arrival is really the biggest moment, the biggest part for me.
Like he's in the show before, but now he's really like
he's like, oh, you really see what he's about. Like before, you're kind of like, oh, okay, they talk about him. Obviously, he played a like pivotal role in saving Luffy. But we really don't see him in action or like what his motives are, anything of the sort until now. And once he arrives and you see him and you're like, oh, like the nigga in the 501 Levi's is really cooking right now. Like he's going crazy. And then it pretty much solidifies that Law might be the coolest character in this entire series.
I mean, yeah. What was the worst part about this arc?
Oh, and also shout out to Oda for basing him on the greatest MotoGP racer of all time, Valentino Rossi.
Oh, what's that? Huh. Look at that. Didn't know that. Who the hell is Caesar based off of?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that one either.
Probably Sugar Free.
Yeah. That's funny as hell. Worst part of this arc.
Brown beard.
Luffy getting trapped in that hole or whatever, I guess. I don't know. Like him fighting Caesar getting away, and the shenanigans that really just like stall the fight.
Yeah. I would say probably the worst part of this for me might have been I'll be honest. I felt like the Monet fight. To me, it feels very insignificant. I could be wrong. Now, in kind of the grand scheme of things, I think it does something for Zoro, but ultimately, I don't know if it needed to take up as the time that it took up. But also, I mean, does any of these fights need to take up the time they take up? So I'll say, from just the standpoint of like, when I think of this arc,
I think the Monet. Okay, so the Monet fight, I could see what you're saying, but I think Monet's arc as a whole, especially her ending.
I mean, she's a secret thing for. She's a secret op for Doflamingo, but who isn't at this point? You know, because also Virgo. I guess Virgo just shows up and he's like, "Yeah, I'm also a secret op for this nigga as well." And just, yeah, just, you know. And then she kind of like she dies, right? I mean, is she dead?
Yeah, he stabbed the heart.
Okay. Okay. Just anime.
True.
So yeah, I would probably say that. It's kind of grand opening, grand closing with her.
Or you know what? The running, all the running is
probably, yeah. I would say that as well.
Oh yeah. Once the gas gets continually introduced, it kind of breaks up a lot of the flow sometimes where you're like, oh, like this fight is picking up.
Gas is outside. Yeah, gas is outside. Let's run. Oh, we got to get in the building to get away from the gas. Now the gas is in the building. Let's run. How can we escape the gas? So by the time they escape the gas, it's kind of actually weird. It's like, all right, bro. How y'all gonna escape gas?
Yeah. And then the kids running after Mocha for the crack, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Literally nobody got tired. Like,
yeah, them kids love that crack, boy. It's crack babies, man. Crack. You ever seen a crackhead? Tired is not in their DNA. They would have started breakdancing if they could. Favorite? What can I say? Favorite. Trying to have this favorite character from this arc. I know most people are gonna say Law. Let's try not
favorite character Law. Not named Law.
Not named Law. Favorite character not named Law in this arc.
On one hand, no, go ahead.
I fuck with. I mean, obviously, we all fuck with Zoro a lot, but
yeah.
I fucked with his mindset this arc.
Yeah.
Where he's like, hey man, like we did all that training. We did all of that 2 years in the trenches to get stronger. And what are we doing? Like what's going on? Like, hey, lock in. Like, what are we doing? And I like the fact that he acknowledged that. Or he's like, yo, we trained to come here and to take shit over. And somehow, some way, you still getting beat. Like, he is still struggling with it. Like, hey, this is not what I came for. This is not what I joined. This is not what I sat there and you know, went through the weightlifting program and the nutrition program for.
Mm-hmm.
Like we gotta lock in. Like this, now we facing the big bads that we've always wanted to face, and now this is how we showing up and looking. And I feel just his mindset this arc and just him being able to acknowledge that and them being very blatant with that shifts the whole tone of the whole crew where they're like, oh yeah, like we did do that. Like we did, especially coming off of Fishman Island where when me and AD went through that, we said that the biggest issue here, or not even the biggest issue, what that arc really felt like was just a highlight reel of okay, like they're coming back and we see that they're stronger, but no one in Fishman Island felt like an actual like formidable foe for them. Like Horty Jones was not like that guy. He was just drugged up, and just know sometimes it's hard to fight drug addicts when they're on drugs because it gives them a strength boost.
Yeah. Like Fishman Island was literally like FIBA Summer League ball. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the actual season.
Like, like this, now we're in the actual season. Now we're actually hooping. We got real opponents in front of us. So that I think that's the best. I don't want to say my favorite character.
But you suck it. You can have it.
Yeah, Monet might be one of them.
You can say Zoro. Anybody go think you for saying Zoro, bro?
No. I like his mindset, but I'll say actual character. I'll say Monet.
Okay,
Monet was fire.
Yeah, I might have to be with you on those two. Like Monet's character as a whole, like her being like the second in command essentially to Caesar, handling all the business where he could not, because Caesar wasn't really all of that for real. But her handling business, like showing up, trying to shut shit down to make sure that the missions did get accomplished. Also, low-key Virgo, once he stepped into the scene, like
I was gonna say Virgo. Virgo was probably it for me.
Yeah, like once he stepped into the scene, he really showcased a lot. Like
it got serious. It's like, okay, some shit's going down. Like to me, the introduction, and the reason why I say Virgo in this instance, and I'll get into it. The reason I say Virgo is because it really, at this point, it showed that the influence of what's going on here. Mm-hmm. That was the moment where I was like, oh, they think that this nigga who's supposed to be an officer, a Marine admiral, head of G5, but he low-key a dirty cop because he working with the enemy. So it's really showing like not only just obviously the world government continues to be fucking ass, but it's also showing how Doflamingo's influence and how far it reaches. So I'm going to say Virgo in this instance, and he black. But I'll say Virgo in this instance. And his hockey is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is this better than the Return to Sabati arc?
Yes.
Is this better than Fishman Island arc?
Yes.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Okay, so this is currently, if we're watching it in order, this is currently the best arc of the New World thus far.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, is this better than Dressarosa?
It's so funny because it definitely got treated at a moment in time as this like, oh, it was just a transitional thing. Like,
yeah,
you watch it, it's like it's a really good standalone arc.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's really good.
Do you like this better than Dressarosa?
No, Dressarosa was the best arc in the entire series.
I don't know about that, but Dressarosa is better than this.
Okay, all right. Where does Punk Hazard really stand within the full scope of One Piece? And this is the point where I feel like we can introduce spoilers, manga spoilers, anime spoilers, get into it all. Where does this story play the role in overall One Piece? Whether it's the pirate's journey to get the One Piece, whether it's the world that we live in, what role does Punk Hazard play in this grander scheme of things?
Now, okay. You gave it the spoiler warning.
Yeah. You can spoiler from here on out. So
all right. So as you see, we get introduced to a couple of key factors in this story. We got introduced to Kinemon and Momonosuke, who obviously come down with Wano. We have Doflamingo getting reintroduced here, which is going to be coming up in Dressarosa. This sits as like the second behind a Fishman Island in terms of things that get set up for the next decade of One Piece. Simply because of us also being introduced to Big Mom as the other four emperors. So as we get down the line, we have to first tackle Doflamingo and this part of the drug trade and everything that goes along with that in Dressarosa. And then we get introduced to a small mini arc it's smaller than Punk Hazard. It's called Zoe, and that sets up both the like second to final piece of Wano and also like Whole Cake Island, which is essentially a side quest, and it's Sanji's side quest. But that introduces Big Mom as a character.
So Punk Hazard's role in all this is what specifically?
It is more setup. It is the final key of introducing.
But what is it setting up?
It's setting up all the arcs I just mentioned: Dressarosa, Zoe, Whole Cake, and Wano.
When I say when it's all the arcs, I'm giving you the green light for spoilers, right? What is? I feel like your body's rejecting it.
All right, so essentially this, AD, I got you. Fuck y'all. I know you. I don't care. So essentially, what happens here in Punk Hazard when getting introduced to Caesar and everything, this legit, it's the beginning of finding the deeper, darker criminal link between all these people. You start figuring out like, oh, all right, this is where all these artificial devil fruits are getting produced and made. Yes. Joker, all these, they're getting made here.
Yes.
Now they're getting shipped to Joker.
Yes.
Right. Now he's sitting on all these cases of bricks. And now he's distributing the bricks to all the other four emperors. Really, the biggest buyer, though, is Kaido. You know, Kaido's like, nah, fuck that. I'm about to make this. No, I'm about to create this Zoan army.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we go to Dressarosa because this is where all the bricks are. This is where all the drugs are right now. So we go there. And then we like, all right, we gotta chop off the head. You know, we thinking we chopping off the head of the snake here. What they not understanding though is that the game is too deep. Like the game is already rolling. Like niggas is already like the drugs is already flowing. So although so now we done destroyed the plant. That's where we at in Punk Hazard. We done destroyed the plant. They can't really produce anymore.
Yeah,
we go here. We're gonna take off the top dog. Well, who we think is a top dog, but that's when we learn like, oh, we thinking we knocking off the top dog, but really
he's really not the top dog. We know that he's not the top dog because Kaido is really the main player.
Yeah, you know, it's like
he got the drugs all.
No, so it's like this. Joker's the one with all the coke, but Kaido's the one with all the crack. If that makes any sense. Like he has all the powdery substance, but Kaido's the one that actually got the rocks and actually got the rocks on the street. So we knock off Joker, and now we're like, oh wait, there's still crack though. A lot of crack out here. Although there's no more coke, there's a lot of crack.
The crack is the fake.
Yeah, the crack is the fake devil fruit.
Yeah, and they're all still out there with Kaido. So when we get to Wano, we see all the crackheads. Like it's literally straight like devil fruit users all there. And the crazy thing about it is he's been also feeding those devil fruits to a lot of the citizens there in Wano. And the side effect, if you don't actually get like a devil fruit power, you're just smiling. Like you literally have to smile and laugh. You can't feel no sadness, no pain or anything like that. You're literally a crackhead, bro. Like this is the stronger rock than what the kids were feeling, bro. Like I'm telling you.
So this is to ultimately suggest, and the world government still has things to do with this.
Well, partially because here's the thing. Doflamingo isn't just a pirate. He's actually a celestial dragon. So he has world government ties because he has diplomatic immunity, essentially.
Okay. So this is where it all begins to ultimately continue. Well, not even where it all begins, but this arc helps. And essentially, does the issue with the fake devil fruits get wrapped up at some point or no?
Around Wano, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we gotta go to the Wano. So like, you really gotta go to Crackhead Central.
Okay, so
to like eliminate the crackheads.
The story of the Punk Hazard thing that's what's built up here and what's introduced here kind of wraps up in Wano.
Yeah, and one of the things that they introduce here is also what's called a lineage factor, which essentially is like your traits, like your bloodline traits. Like, let's say a nigga is tall, like that's in your bloodline. You're gonna be tall when you eat this devil fruit, like regardless. You know what I'm saying? So like what Caesar did is apply that to devil fruits so that he can artificially create the same type of devil fruit, because it's not supposed to be any duplicates. But that's why Momo is here, because he is essentially a pink dragon. His devil fruit was an offshoot of Kaido's devil fruit, which makes him a blue dragon. But Vegapunk called it a failure simply because he's pink. Like, don't nobody want this pink shit. He's supposed to be a 1-to-1 replica of the devil fruit.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, you heard it here first, or maybe you didn't. But okay. I mean, that puts things into perspective and it gets me excited more about the story.
And then Whole Cake Island, where Big Mom really plays into all this.
Oh yeah, that's Sanji's arc. Sanji actually,
that's more of a Sanji. That's more of a Sanji arc thing. Like, she's kind of in it. Like, she kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out, but she really more into pimping. Like,
right.
She's really more into, like, let me, you know.
That's what I've heard. That's what. I've heard.
She really into the pimp game. Like, she kind of dibbles and dabbles in the drugs, but my favorite thing about this is that they were actually doing pirate shit. They're selling drugs, they're pimping, they're doing all this like actual criminal activity.
Here's the crazy thing, bro. Like, you can tell the shift in One Piece narrative from pre-time skip to post-time skip, because pre-time skip is all this like the tale of 1000 Arabian Nights or whatever, you know what I'm saying? We got Aladdin, blah blah blah, all this other stuff that you tell in like Old Testament shit. And then we get to post-time skip, and it's the drug game. It's pimping. We going to the club, bro. Like, we having running with the bulls type shit. You know what I'm saying? This is like stuff that's happening in modern day. Like, you could watch this on Saturday night TV type shit, or at the movies. Like, we ain't with this Disney shit no more. We in the real game, bro. Like, it's a difference in what Oda is telling from what you see in pre-time skip.
Okay. So with that said, I want to thank you guys for tuning in our journey with Punk Hazard. This will be the last time you hear us until, well, I don't know. It could be wrong. Some big shit could show up. So let me not say that. But the next thing that we're getting into should be starting next month.